Coming up to this house on the left for an estate sale, that white house, it is gorgeous. We'll talk more about that. We'll talk about the things we find. Lots of audio visual equipment here, and you know me, I'm a big fan of that vintage stuff all around, including some unexpected surprises. We'll go through it all in this beauty in just a moment. Those are some great pickups. I'll get them right out to you. Hey, I'm Hyde, the junk rocker. I mean, just look at this gorgeous house, that solarium. Oh, we'll get in there. We will absolutely get in there. This is the kind of estate sale I love to go to. Just a beautiful neighborhood I'd never been to before. This house built in 1920. So this is just a treat. Step inside, walk this way with me. Look at this. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I love these doors. The stairway is fantastic. Coming into the dining room here, and I'm seeing a lot of vintage items. This stuff just isn't in my wheelhouse, so you tell me, for those of you who absolutely love this stuff, what am I missing? What should I have taken a deeper look at? I've got appreciation for it, but no knowledge of it, so what am I missing out on? Taking a look here, it's something I'm a little more familiar with, which is the CDs. They were a little overpriced for my taste, and not to my taste, actually. A lot of very classy stuff, but I'm the junk rocker, and wasn't anything really there for me. Always got to check out the books. Nothing really standing out here as well. Looking around this room, the carpet, the furniture is just fantastic. Taking a look now at this PowerShot Canon camera, and unfortunately, no camera. Now, if there had been, look at that. Would have been a $30 camera, maybe even more with everything there, but as it stood, no camera means no money, so I had to move along. Here we go into that solarium, the sunroom. Just beautiful in here. I think if I lived in this house, I would never leave this room. It is just gorgeous. Now I'm seeing VHS, so of course I gotta look through those. Being the VHS fan that I am, I gotta see if there's anything recorded, but this pile is intriguing as well. We got a rapid charger of some sort. Didn't know what that was even for, so not for me. Don't need the Star Trek DVD, but how about this? These are broadcast tapes. So this is not something that was going to play in your normal VHS player. These were broadcast quality. You put them on at your local TV station. So very cool to see these in the wild. Not something you will come across every day by any means. So just even being able to see them, just a treat. Something you see in a house like this. Now I figured that the house would probably be going up on the market really soon. And sure enough, it did, and went for a lot more than I could afford. But in a different world, if I could have moved into this place, I don't know what I'd do. There's a part of me that would have said, leave all the furniture. I'll figure it out. Whatever didn't sell at the estate sale, I'll figure it out somehow. Or do I make it my own? I don't know. It's just all a fantasy because, no, I could not buy this house at all. So I had to move on and just get that out of my head. Let's do some crate digging. What do you say? Nothing jumping out yet. Oh, wait a minute. Do you like Huey Lewis in the News? Okay, all right. Didn't expect that. Tiffany. Okay. All right. Definitely going to see some stuff in here I don't expect. Those two things get my hopes up, even though I saw Mantovani. You know me. That's where I put the brakes on. But I saw these two and said, all right, maybe we'll keep looking. Tiffany, you can see the cover, rough. The record itself also not in the greatest shape, so had to pass. Could have been so beautiful, but it wasn't. And as far as Huey Lewis in the News, well, I'll keep on dreaming of living in a perfect world with a perfect vinyl. Till then, Huey Lewis, I could not bring him with me. Again, I started going through, could see stuff was just not in great shape and wasn't going to be stuff that was going to really fit my needs of what I might want. So, Linda Rodstadt notwithstanding, it was time to move on. Now, I love TVs, and I love seeing if there's anything worth upgrading over my current setup with. This was a Samsung, nice name brand, so I wanted to see if this was worth it. Maybe even something to sell on Marketplace or something. Price was a little higher than I would have liked to have paid for it, but I had to look it up anyway. The UN55F6350. A beautiful 1080p TV, not a 4K, but a 240 hertz refresh rate. That's a nice TV. I actually think I should have given it a little bit more thought. Even though the price wasn't where I wanted it to be, I probably could have bundled it. But once I saw this Sony, the tunnel vision just went on. I'm looking through trying to see if any of these are the native remote for this TV. They are not, but this TV is intriguing to me. but I'm trying to play it cool right now because I got to get behind it and see more stuff. I'm looking at the cassettes. I actually really liked these spinners here. Look at this. I like this. Now the tapes themselves, I didn't really have any interest in, and that's why I kind of didn't really make a play for the holders. But looking back, I think I might have missed an opportunity there. I think those spinners are real cool. Even the laser line set there would have been a really nice thing to be able to hang on the wall or whatever with your cassettes. Probably should have tried to make a play for those, but with the cassettes still in them, it just seems like a lot of effort and a lot of work to try to get that all going without being stuck with the cassettes themselves. There's my mom over there. She came with me on this particular one. The KV27EXR25 from November 1991. This TV, there is one person trying to get some money for it on eBay right now. No sold comps because it would be a bear to ship. However, it's got these external speakers. Can you see the wires, the red and black ones, coming out of the TV into the external speakers? Right now, I've already moved it into the next room, just trying to see if there's any way that I can get this to plug in to see if it works. Now, what they did was they wrapped all the wires together between the DVD player and the TV. So trying to untangle those was just not working. They seemed to be taped or glued together. It was just weird. And then they had the zip ties on them, and so I'm just like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. Let me see if I can figure out which one to plug in, and when I do, let's see if we can get this thing rolling. And so that's what I'm doing here. I want to see if it works. If it lights up, there's an opportunity here. It was only a $25 TV, and knowing it's a good 27-inch TV, fantastic for its time. Again, those external speakers, just amazing. So I had to take a look and see if this thing works or not, and see if any of these remotes might work. They were not in the greatest shape, just being absolutely 100% real with you. But the TV's on, look at that, snow, volume's working, the speakers were both working. I checked them out, and I knew I wanted this TV. But I knew there was a little bit more to this whole negotiation, because the TV is great. I definitely wanted it, but there's more to be talked about here, definitely. What would the cart cost with it? Because I don't feel like carrying it, but if I have to, I have to.
$10 for the cart, 30.
I like that. That works. Whatever.
$5 for that.
Let's do it. 35? Easy. All right. Yeah, see, the DVD player, I didn't want it, but the cords were just all wrapped up, so I'm like, look, I'll take it just to grab everything on the cart, including all those remote controls. You all know I absolutely try to buy remotes when I can. These stereo pieces were more expensive than I wanted to look at, but they were just cool to see. I love that room. Oh, I can't get over how much it was such a cool place. Heading down to the basement now. You got a weight room, you got an audio room, you got a pool table, so much. It was a big basement. So taking a look in here at just everything that's going on, but I'm seeing over on the left side here, as much as all this is very interesting to me, I'm seeing that there's audio equipment. And I want audio equipment. It's who I am. Just the week before this, I'd made a great score, and I didn't need a lot. So that's why I didn't take too deep a look at some of the audio equipment here either. But just trying to see if there's anything that kind of sparked my interest as I make my way over. Don't have really any use for the pool table or the plates or anything like that. I really am just kind of plodding my way slowly over there. Stop and Shop bag, can't go wrong. It's the old Stop and Shop logo. I was definitely wanting that. I collect that stuff. I'm weird. I know. It's strange. Now, here we go. We got a receiver. We've got a VCR. A lot of neat stuff here that had my attention. The Super VHS, really cool too. I'd actually had one of those previously and sold it very well, so it was something I was looking at, but this clock caught my attention, and everything here just seems so much. And I remember thinking, you know what? This is only day one of this sale. I'm going to come back later this weekend and see what else is left here. Now, this radio, just absolutely gorgeous. You've got the RCA, so cool, the RCA Strato World. Yes, this radio is so cool, the RCA Victor from the 50s. You can see that if they're in working order, they do go for some money. I did not get a chance to plug this one in. It would have been something that, if I did come back, something I would have probably checked out again. But unfortunately, I did not make it back to this sale. Just something went wrong with the weekend, and it just is what it is. This map here, pretty cool, just not something I was looking for. I'm always looking for maps. My girlfriend is very into maps, but just wasn't really overly impressed with this one. Over here, we have this really cool poster that even as I was checking out, I was still thinking about this poster, and for some reason just didn't ring in my head that I should really go get it. This is a print of the Agnew Clinic is what that painting is called. Nothing that was going to be interest for me. And then a bunch of birds. And I actually do well with bird stuff, but that poster just wasn't coming on with me either. Going up the stairs now, and they're just, again, gorgeous stairs. I love this stuff. And going in through, strangely enough, going through this bathroom here takes you to an office. So it's this bathroom off this office, and you can tell attached to some back stairs as well. So I love that. I always love a house with back stairs. I think it's so cool. This office was beautiful. I loved that chair. But nothing I needed here, especially at the prices that were being asked on day one. But I did realize I wanted to test my radio, that I hadn't done that yet. So I'm like, you know what? This is a room with an office. There's got to be something with a good plug in here for me to really check this thing out. So I'm looking all around, just trying to see if there's an easy thing for me to plug into. I mean, the computer is not bad. It just wasn't necessarily something I wanted to bring home with me that day. So let's get to the plug, right? Let's figure out if this Sony Dream Machine works. Whenever I can get a Sony Dream Machine, I always try to get it inexpensively. And when I do, I'll pick them up. They're usually worth some good money. This one's got some stickers on it and some residue that I knew I'd have to put a little elbow grease into to try to make this thing clean and have it come back to life. But I figured it was worth it. Again, the Sony Dream Machines, I do well with them pretty consistently as long as you get them for the right price. If you overpay, you're gonna deal with it. But this ICF C30W, just a really nice one. Always look it up by that number, right? The ICF C30W or whatever. All the Dream Machines are ICF dash, so real easy to figure out. You just got to find where it is on the actual machine itself. But I'm seeing it's plugged in. I'm seeing the time is working. And now I'm just trying to check the speakers and make sure that those are working for me.
You realize the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the...
And they do. Cool. Yep, this one's coming home with me as long as it is the right price. Again, not a lot of things priced at this sale as if they were smaller items. The big ones absolutely were. Now I'm heading up to the attic area. Love a good finished attic. So much here and so much stuff up here. So I'm looking around. Again, I see a lot of books. Nothing really jumping at me for the books. But then I see this bundle over here. This pile of older clothes. Yes, I got to look through these most definitely. And of course, got to watch out for that junk rocker hair. But I got to look through these clothes. I do see that they've got some age to them. So I want to see what might be here. This shirt, nah, not really doing it for me. How about this one? Yeah, this was old single stitch. My mom went to London, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. I liked it. There were some stains on it, but again, it's an older shirt. It was small size, but I wanted this one, and this was really cool. This was San Diego, and really just a nice shirt from San Diego. Again, single stitch, 90s shirt probably, or 80s. No way I was going to leave without those two shirts. I wanted those. This one, it was interesting, just wasn't for me. I like the idea of the rocket scientist and football and all. It was cool. It just wasn't something I felt like I was going to be able to get much out of. So looking through here, didn't see much else of interest as it pertained to the shirts. So let's move on. And finally, I see posters. I've talked about it. I love posters. Now look at this. The Women of Melrose Place from Rolling Stone magazine. Heather Locklear, Daphne Zuniga, among others. You know what? Had to do it. Had to get it. This was just a fun one, right? I thought this was just a cool poster to check out. So yeah, it was going to come home with me, get listed, and let's see what happens. As you can see, one sold for $9.99. So I already know I don't want to pay too much for it, but I think it's a real cool thing. It's very, very mid-90s, very much all about Melrose Place, 90210. Were you a fan of those shows? Hit me up. If you like those Fox dramas, leave a message in the comments. I liked the first few seasons of Melrose Place. I think I was into that as a youngster. I was a kid, but man, it was fun and tawdry. This was just a piece of stereo equipment, nice Denon 5 CD player, but they wanted a lot of money for it. Nothing I needed. And like I said, I just made a big audio score a week before this, so I really wasn't in the market to pick up any more at this point in time. So it's time to head back downstairs and maybe get ourselves checked out, see how much they want for the other items that I've picked up along the way, In addition to, we've already got $35 with the TV stand, and the DVD player and all those remotes. So now I got to figure out where we're at as a whole, make sure it's a number that I'm comfortable with and ready to figure out. And again, just looking at the beautiful woodwork in this home. Oh, I loved it. If this house didn't go for so much money, I would have loved to have taken a stab at it, but just wasn't for me, wasn't my time. What can you do? It's one of the hard things about going to all these estate sales. And if you're like me and you fall in love with these homes, you let me know. Hit me up in those comments. This thing just had so much going on for it. So much good that had been left for it and been done to it. So it was something I was definitely interested in, but I just don't have the budget at this point in time. We're looking at these shirts. He's taking a look to see if there's anything cool or anything on them. They're innocuous enough. I like weird shirts. Look, I'll buy all the band shirts I can, but I like strange shirts like this and local shirts like this. So these to me were just cool.
$5 a piece on these, and 35, 45, 50 for all of it.
That works.
$50 for all of this here, I think was a really, really solid deal. It was so cool to get this TV with these speakers. Again, this TV, to the right buyer, is worth a lot of money. But the postscript to this is that this TV was not perfect. Unfortunately, one of the issues with this TV, much to my sadness, was that the inputs don't work quite right. So pretty much whatever you turn the TV on, whatever input it's on, when you switch the inputs, it'll say that it's a different input, but it's still going to show you that first one. And then eventually it'll try to switch, but it won't really take it. So it works, but it doesn't. And I looked into it as far as what the issue was. People have said it's a board issue and really a lot to fix. So as of right now, I still have this TV. And it's really cool. Like I said, as long as you're only using the one input, it works really well. The external speakers sound great. But honestly, I would like to move this on at some point in time. I don't know that I trust myself to break it open and mess with that board or not. So we'll see what happens. Hit me up if it's something you're looking for. Really cool stuff at this sale in a beautiful house. Please like and subscribe. It was so much fun to hang with you today. And there's more to come. Till next time.